Hey everybody, it's Cindy Matalucci, your host of The Pulse and Live with Cindy. Today is Friday, May 24th. It's almost Memorial Day weekend. I hope you have fabulous plans with your family and your loved ones. It was my birthday this week and I'm still celebrating. I'm going to celebrate and continue to celebrate through the weekend. I cannot wait. So I just wanted to tell you, we've got a great show for you today. The next few shows that we have lined up are amazing. We have fabulous guests. So I want to introduce my next guest on next Friday's show. We have Christopher Sunnan from Sunnan Law in Bankers Hill. He is an expert on family law and bankruptcy. Their firm has the experience and patience to solve any issues that matter. And we talk about what sets them apart. They used to be located in Del Mar. They moved to Bankers Hill a little while ago, and they just are fabulous. So we cannot wait to have him, and hopefully he's going to be a regular on our show giving you tips about bankruptcy and family law. So we'll welcome him next week. And if you have a story for us, or if you would like exposure for an event that you're having, we would love to have you as a guest on the show. We want to elevate your business and your brand. So hit us up at thepulsesd.com on our website, or at the PulseSD on social media. Share your information, and hopefully we can have you on the live show. Okay, so without further ado, I'm so excited for my next guest today. I have Keasha Lee, NJ from Striking Statements. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
I'm so excited to have you. I know you and I met about a year ago at an event.
Yep.
And we've been talking, on social media and kind of kept in touch. And I'm like, you have to come on my show because I just love what you're doing. So I'm glad I finally have you. But before we kind of get started, I want to tell you guys that Keasha's a copywriter, a speaker, messaging mentor, and founder of Striking Statements. She's passionate about helping entrepreneurs convey their truth, connect to their dream clients, and convert readers into buyers. We love that.
Yes.
But before we talk about your business, I want to talk about your story because your writing skills started when you were young.
Yeah, I like to say I was first published at 9. I've always had a love of narrative and writing, and so it started young, but of course it wasn't until really becoming an adult that I started to see where that could really land. I took the route of public relations, so after graduating, I worked for about 5 years in PR for a really big financial institution. And
like a credit union, right?
Credit union, yeah. It's Navy Federal. It's the world's largest credit union.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was great. I got to be the face of. I learned really crucial skills, as well as working with people of various levels, like from president of the company all the way down to like customer service and people around the world, really. But during that time, I also knew that there came with it a lot of bureaucracy and a lot of uniformity that just wasn't my style. Anybody that familiar with some people, I'm sure?
Well, and you made the leap to entrepreneurship, which
Yes.
we love.
Yeah, just to make an impact. And so, my goal is to really help entrepreneurs who are brilliant. I've been so fortunate to work with really brilliant people to understand how to best convey what it is that you do. Because while you are great at what you do, it's not easy to articulate that. And that's where I want to come in and to help.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask you because I know what you do, but one of the things that you say is find words that match your mission.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important. So can we kind of talk about what can a client expect when they work with you?
Well, it starts with an assessment. I have a questionnaire. The goal of the questionnaire is to learn about what you want to convey, like what you want to talk about regarding your company, but also get you thinking about what your clients, what your audience receives, and what they might talk about first when referring you or talking about you to other people. So it's to get you thinking about, as the person what you would like, but how do you think people are seeing you? And so the words to match your mission is really important because you want to convey what you stand for, who you serve, and how you do it. But the most important thing with that is really having your values show up as to why you're doing what you do. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, and I know you're so passionate about your job.
Yeah.
I can tell. I love that about you. That's one of the things that I first noticed about you. So what do you love the most about what you do?
I love being able to see that transformation in a client of, oh my gosh, I never thought of it that way before. And then, of course, in the end, the confidence that comes from really knowing that your words are accurate. They reflect the essence of who you are. And you're no longer like confused or what should I leave in? What should I keep? It just all is cohesive and it feels good. You know, I say people feel the truth. So if you can move forward with confidence, knowing that your messaging is clear, then you're walking in truth. Right?
And being authentic. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, and I was going to ask you too, because what you do is very different. What sets you apart? I mean, you do hybrid kind of coaching and copywriting, which is kind of unique.
Yeah.
So can we talk about that?
Yeah, that's why I call myself a messaging mentor. Because with that, you know, like I said, there's the assessment, and then we have a phone call. I really go deep, and not only do I provide you with copy that you can walk away with, but there's also a process of coaching and, you know, getting you to think about why are you doing what you do, or why do you choose to work this way? It just goes deeper. It's important because it's more than the words. It's about truly the essence. So everything must be aligned.
Well, and let's talk about some of the programs that you offer, because these are great. You enhance your message strategy. I know that's a big thing for you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the programs that people can work with you on.
Okay, so overall, I'm all about enhancing your message. That's like the big solution that I provide. And within that comes the copy, the writing for the websites, the marketing materials, the taglines. I offer an EYM strategy session, which is virtual. It's 90 minutes from wherever you are, and we get on the call, the video, and discuss like what are your biggest messaging blocks. And during that time, I come up with 2 catchphrases or sound bites, I like to call, right? Sound bites that you can use moving forth, whether you're introducing yourself in your bio and your social media profile. And then people also get a content plan, a quick start.
Okay.
So just to help them on the way. So they get that. That's the first point.
Because I think that's really important too, because I know I talk to a lot of people, you go to a networking event or something and how to convey that quickly, right?
Yeah. I mean, no matter how long you've been doing what you've been doing, the 30-second elevator pitch is always a pain. You know, people get like, or they're always modifying it. And yeah, that's something that's really important to have dialed in. So that's one way, the EYM strategy session. And then from there, I have an email marketing sequence, welcome sequence that I do. It includes strategy and copy for your emails.
Is that the Inbox Love?
It's called Inbox Love, yeah.
And I think we have a picture of you with your Inbox Love up
okay,
there. I love
great.
that.
Yeah, that's another big thing for entrepreneurs. You know, we have an offer. We know it's important to build our email list, but what do you do once people subscribe? They get their thing, and then mostly they don't hear from you until you come around again to promote something.
Right.
And that's just not really good etiquette, really. You want to build a relationship. You want to nurture it and set an expectation of what it's like to work with you. And so that's why it's important to have an email sequence set up and that's automated so that it's done, front-loaded, and then it goes out. So yeah, that's what I like to do as well.
I love that. And then I want to ask you, because you're our expert and you're here today, so we want to take advantage of your tips for the viewers. So when it comes to content, is there something that business owners and entrepreneurs can do to really make an impact with their content?
Yeah, I would say stay away from talking so much about yourself. That's the one thing.
Self-promotion.
Yes. It's obviously people want to know that you're reputable, that you're credible, but I think it speaks more to it by offering the value, by talking more about what your people are dealing with. Really letting your audience know that you understand who they are. That's a big thing, as well as infusing personality. The second thing that I'll say is to write directly as if you're talking to one person.
Oh,
yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you write, whether it's a sales page or a post or an email, you're writing to one person. So you can imagine that you're talking to a friend of a good friend. So this way, it's not completely cold, right? It's kind of warm. They know you. You know that they have some similarities to who you are and the people you want to work with because you have a similar friend in common. However, you're not that close that you're going to share your inappropriate jokes with them yet. Not just yet.
Not yet.
So that's a good way just to imagine somebody who's a new friend and write to one person.
So I have a question. When you do an email marketing campaign, is it good to say I instead of we? Or it's not a third party person, right? When they send it out an email campaign.
Yes.
Okay.
And again, especially if you're in service-based industry, it's going to be from you.
Okay.
You know, unless you and your team are working on something and you can say, we have something great in the works for you,
Okay.
then it's we. But it should be coming from you, directly to you, the reader, the one reader. Right.
I love that. That's so important.
Yeah.
Just little things that you can do to just tweak that message.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited. You were so gracious to offer our viewers a promo code today.
Yes.
We love this. So very exclusive.
Yeah.
So can we talk about that today?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. So I mentioned before the Enhance Your Message EYM strategy session is regularly $297, but for PulseSD viewers, I'll take off $50, so it's $247 for a 90-minute strategy session.
Yay.
I have a link. bit.ly /EYM PulseSD.
Yeah, so PulseSD is the code, and we're going to have the link up for you guys. We're going to share all that so you can go exclusively to get that promotion, and we are so appreciative of that.
Absolutely.
We're so excited, and I just love, really, I think your message and your content is so important, so we're just so excited that we were able to have you here and kind of talk about that. And then the other thing is, when it comes to copyright, is there anything you could tell us?
Like, so copyright and copywriting, there is a distinction. Copywriting, I write copy, words that drive sales online. Copy, the intention is to inspire, motivate, and persuade, okay? Copywriting. Copyrights are the legal protection for your intellectual property.
Like trademark stuff.
Like trademark stuff. So when you think of copyrights, if there's something great that's been written for you by somebody like me, for example, and you want to protect that, you don't want somebody like knocking your stuff, then you must go through a legal process to get that protected. Copyright.
So copyright her copywriting.
There you go.
Right?
Right.
Wait, see, that's a new tagline, right?
Yeah, copyright, yes, absolutely.
Well, and I just love it. I think striking statements, it really kind of embodies what you do. I love that. And I just want to say, you know, we're so appreciative that you're on the show. We love what you're doing.
Thank you.
We're big fans. So you guys can all go to strikingstatements.com to get everything up to date on where you are and what workshops you're hosting, because I know you do that as well.
I do that, yes, yeah. And I have, I do workshops on the Inbox Love and 5 Keys to Writing Better Copy with Ease. And I love Instagram, you guys. So Instagram, you can find me, and Facebook as well, Striking Statements.
Well, perfect. Well, thank you so much for being here. It was
Thank
a pleasure to
you.
have you. And we are going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we are patching in from Colorado, Tamara Ross from My Life, My Design. We'll see you guys. I think we should trademark that. Copyright. That's good, though, because I bet people ask you all the time.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's your host Cindy with the Pulse. I'm so excited about our next guest, Tamara Ross. We are going to be patching her in from Colorado, so hang on with me while I get her on screen. Hello. Oh, I see a beautiful lady. You guys, I want to welcome Tamara Ross from My Life, My Design. How are you, lady?
I'm good. How are you, darling? Can you hear me okay? Oh, is the audio not working?
I can hear you and see your beautiful sequin pillows. I'm so excited to have you.
Oh.
So I know that you're going to be talking about your event that's happening at the end of the month, but before we do,
I'm ready, girl. Let's do it.
I want to talk about how you help entrepreneurs because you have such a passion for what you do. So let's dive in. Let's talk about what you do.
Okay, cool. I'm hoping the sound is working okay. Give me, just a delay. Okay, great. They're giving me the thumbs up. Awesome. So thanks for having me, Cindy. I'm so excited to be on with you. I love working with entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are kind of my jam. But what I do is I actually work with the energetics of people's lives, their businesses, their money situation. And what I mean by that is I've been coaching people for almost a decade now. I've been an entrepreneur and a business owner myself in the coaching industry for almost a decade. I mean, you come back around and you go, oh my God, that's a long time. But it wasn't until I started working with energy that I was able to have people do ridiculous things in their lives and their business. So what I mean by energy is I have people tune in to their intuition. I have them I basically guide them to master the energetic laws of manifestation. Right. So we've maybe you've heard about The Secret, maybe you've heard about the law of attraction, things like that. Right. So mastering the energetic laws of manifestation so that people can create anything they want. And so that really comes down to the energetic basis. So how do you create with the universal energy? How do you use your intuition? How do you actually clear all the energetic blocks in your way? So my main premise when I work with people is you're an infinite being having a human experience. So many people know that, but how often do we actually apply it? And I do this in people's businesses, in their relationship lives, in their personal lives, everywhere. But in the world of business, money, and entrepreneurship, I find, this is where the magic can happen. So this is what's really fun for me. And the magic that I'm talking about, God, it sounds so silly when you say it, but like taking a client from making $150,000 in a year to $168,000 in one day, that's like ridiculous results. You get me? And like, that's what I like to play with. So that's what I do in the business itself. And that's what I love doing with entrepreneurs. And I'll wait.
Okay, perfect. So what I love too is one of the things that you say is up-leveling your life. Can we talk a little bit about that? I love that.
Yeah, and it's really funny, this term up-leveling. Gosh, I think when things are true in the universe, when they're true in the world, everybody starts saying them and you'll start hearing them everywhere. And I started using the term up-leveling a couple years ago because it's really taking what you're doing to the next level, right? But the next level would be like an incremental shift. What I like to do is do exponential shifts. So wherever you're at right now, right, you go like, well, what is the next level of what I'm creating? And so a lot of times what people will do is, we have goals for our business, goals for our money and our income streams. And people will come and they'll go, well, maybe a 20% increase this year, right? So think about a 20% increase in your bottom line or your profitability. I go, well, why don't we just dump place is when I can double, triple, quadruple people's incomes and whatnot. So that happens on an income basis. We might have cut out. Hopefully we lost for a minute. That happens on I'll keep going, then you can tell me what I can come back on. So that happens on the income basis. That happens on with your personal life, right? And so it's really up leveling. It has kind of become this buzzword, but for me, I would also say it's really everything you want to the next level, everything that you want that maybe you think you have to settle for or you have to work harder for. I don't do any of that. It's just, let's just take it all to the next level. So the up level is more of an exponential shift in your experience of life.
I love that. Okay, so let's talk about your event that's happening. We're so excited. May 31st to June 2nd at the Hotel Republic. Tell everybody about this event that you're hosting and what they can expect.
Yeah, so the event I'm hosting is called The Next Evolution of You. And so this is where we're taking that up leveling. We're going to be diving into all your current limitations of not having life be exactly the way you want it to. So what I noticed, for those of you who, most of you people may not know me, but for those of you who do know me, you know that I work around 20 hours a week. I have a multiple six-figure income business. My husband, I've retired my husband. We travel when we want. We hang out with my kid, right? That is a life all my way. So when I work with people, the first question I ask is like, if you had it all your way, what would it be like? And I think a lot of times, especially female entrepreneurs, we would go, well, all my way means I'd have to work more. It means I'm going to get less sleep. It means I'm going to have to give up something. And that's not actually what have it all your way means. Have it all your way means like, let's work 20 hours a week. Or if you're working 80, let's take it down to 40. And then we'll take it down to 20, right? So it's this work-life balance thing of having it all your way. So the next evolution of you is really about stepping you into what is the next evolution of what you're creating? What's the next evolution of your business, your success, your relationship, everything. We're taking, so I'm able to take everybody to the next evolution of themselves and really deep diving into this energetic training. And so the energetic training is, how do we clear blocks energetically? How do I teach you how to use your intuition to be your guide in your business, in your relationships, in your money situations with your family, whatever it is? And then how do I teach you how to co-create with universal source energy? And so we get to dive into that in the next evolution of you. So it's a big playing ground for creation. And that's really what I love is, I don't mundane, ho-hum, like what everybody else does. That's not really my jam. What I enjoy doing is taking everybody to the, like, what is your next evolution? What's the next level? What are you out to create?
So, okay, perfect. So I love too that it's all about manifesting. I know day one you're doing limitations to limitlessness, which is amazing. I want to talk about the different packages you have for the tickets because I know you've got VIP things available, tickets, we've got regular tickets. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, so I created this event really uniquely, which means a lot of times people will say, oh, I don't have enough money or I can't afford it. So my complimentary ticket is actually free. You do have to pay the $197 for your ticket to hold your seat, and then it gets refunded at the door. And I do that because I like people putting their butts on the line. Okay, so you can come as a general admission. That's 2.5 days of facilitation. You're going to get all the goodies with me. And that's just kind of my gift to people because I love giving people the goods. If you want to come and you'd like to come as an upgraded attendee, that means I'm going to give you all of the workbook, the notes, and the recordings from the session. And so that's my way of going, okay, well, you have a little bit more skin in the game, and here's everything you get to take home with you to really have it settle in. And then I also have VIP. Now, VIP is by far my favorite. And so with the upgrade, you pay your $197, you just don't get refunded at the door. With the VIP admission, this is where I really get to take care of people. And it's one of my favorite things is taking care of people. And so really, if this was a normal event, this would just be like your normal ticket price, essentially. But I'm giving breakfast and lunch every day. We've got cocktail hours happening Friday evening. You get the workbooks, the recordings, and then I'm doing a very, very special closed door session for all VIP attendees, which is called Mastering the Energetics of Business and Entrepreneurship. Now, all of my current clients, all of my past clients have been asking me for this kind of training. And so I decided to do it as a closed door, a special event for those who are choosing it. Now, one other thing, which is really special, I don't do private coaching anymore. So all of my programs are group settings. I've got coaches, they facilitate people, and I facilitate. I just don't do any private sessions. With the VIP ticket, I'm actually offering a 45-minute energetic creation session with me privately. So that's kind of a special caveat. The reason that I do VIP, Cindy, it's so funny. I love the VIP treatment. I think a lot of people enjoy VIP treatment. I think they rarely treat themselves to it. And so this is an opportunity where I get to throw a bunch of stuff in and treat people. And I also have these like amazing goodie bags, like, Maya Moon and Bella V candles and some crystals. And I get to, we're going like woo-woo, right? Really into the energy realm.
Okay. Yeah, we love them. Maya Moon truffles, Bella V candles, they've been on our show. Fabulous swag bags. Well, okay, so the other thing I wanted to ask you is, I know you're doing a promo code for our viewers to get their ticket at a discounted rate. So let's talk about that real quick. We also have the link up so that everybody can register for the event. That's going to be up on the screen. But Tamara, tell everybody about the promo code.
Okay, so this is something special. I'm not doing this anywhere else. This is a 15% off your ticket price. So if you're coming general admission, you're going to get your money back anyways. You can use the promo code. If you're coming upgraded, you want the workbooks and join us for our cocktail hour, you get the promo code. You want the VIP ticket price is $497. You get 15% off. So I'm giving just 15% off across the board for Pulse viewers, and the code is Pulse, PULSE. I think I spelled that right. There you go. It's on the screen for Pulse viewers. And that'll give you your 15% discount. So you can join me at any level and get that discount. That's just for you guys.
Well, we are so excited, Tamara. We love you. We're such a fan. We love everything that you're doing. So thank you so much for joining us today. And we will have all this information on our website, how to link, how to register for this fabulous event. You can't miss it, May 31st to June 2nd. So thanks, Tamara, for joining us. And we'll see you in a little bit.
We'll see you soon. Thanks, Cindy.
Okay, guys, so thank you so much for joining us. We had such a great show today. I'm so excited. We had 2 dynamic guests. Stay tuned for our show next week, and we'll see you next time when we put our finger on the pulse of San Diego. Happy Memorial Day weekend!